approach 1432.
When the air commences, is it my understanding then?
It's showtime, freaks!
In a world where wokeness seems to control every narrative, a world where the average Joe is expected to apologize for just being a guy, comes a show where testosterone reigns supreme, where manliness knows no bounds. Prepare yourselves for a podcast unlike any other. TJ Michaels and John Stacy invite you on a roller coaster ride of machismo on the Alpha Men Podcast. Meet TJ Michaels, whose ideas are as wild as his bushy goatee, and John Stacy, whose confidence is as big as his biceps. They love and respect the women in their lives, but here they're on a quest to celebrate the essence of manhood. The Alpha Men tackle the big questions like, is it acceptable to cry during an action movie? Can a man survive on jerky alone for a week? And if a man builds a DIY project and doesn't post about it on social media, did it really happen? These dudes leave no stone unturned. Get ready for a podcast that's part comedy, part camaraderie, and all things manly. The ladies have their view, but these guys have their brew. The Alpha Men Podcast is presented by
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook.
For incredible card breaks and more, go to OHANA Sports Cards on Facebook. By Garage Door Commander, online at garagedoorcommander.com. Produced by TJ Michaels Creative, narrated by Jamie Dennis, and dedicated to Hendrik the Viking Poulsen. 2024, all rights reserved. The Alpha Men Podcast is rated M for maximum manliness. Here are your hosts, live from the granite capital of the world, Barrie, Vermont, TJ Michaels. And he, from the heart of NASCAR country, Trinity, North Carolina, John Stacy. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
Welcome to the Alpha Men Podcast, Season 2, Episode 7. My name is TJ Michaels from the granite capital of the world, Barrie, Vermont, and Baby Huey along from Trinity, North Carolina tonight, John Stacy. And am I talking too loud?
I was sleeping.
Where's the blanket and the pillow? I mean,
I'm tired.
I thought you'd be napping already.
Daytona kicked my ass.
He's gonna sleep through the entire show. I think. I don't know what's going on. I asked him. I'm like, dude, look, we can do this tomorrow night if it's. We were worried you weren't gonna make it back in time.
Well, Monday when it was raining still at noon or 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
I thought we were racing Xfinity today.
Yeah,
We got it in.
Yeah, well, did get the Daytona 500 in. More on that a little bit later on tonight. But listen, we've got Man Court tonight. The Red Foreman Awards return to put a foot in your ass. And we also have real or fake news and a whole lot more. We want to thank our presenting sponsor, Ohana Sports Cards. On Facebook for incredible card breaks and sports memorabilia, it's OHANA, Ohana. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat you over at Ohana Sports Cards. And we want you to hit that like button, smash the subscribe button. It helps us drive the show. And listen, we're building a community here, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. If you want to support us in another way, you can head over to alphamenpodcast.com. Check out the Manly merch store. Great Alpha Men gear and apparel, and everything we sell goes right back into this journey of manliness that we bring you every week. So grab a cold one, kick back, and join us in the man cave of podcasts. This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
Let's roll.
This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
Welcome to Mansplaining the News, where we break down this week's chaos with unfiltered opinions, a sprinkle of sarcasm, and a dash of overconfidence. Let's dive into it. Here's what happened this week. Kamala Harris says she is once again ready to serve the president. ready to serve President Biden. In fact, just this morning, she served him some strained peas and applesauce, I think. That's how it works out. It's a good thing she's ready to serve because her next job is going to be waiting tables, I think. I think that's the only thing that's ahead of her.
What was
the
she
CDC,
before?
What's that?
What was her job before this?
She was a member of the House
Also,
from California.
Yeah.
CDC says you no longer have to isolate for 5 days if you test positive for COVID, unless you got it from Charlie Sheen, because in that case, God knows what else you picked up. Florida says they may switch to year-round school. It's a statewide effort down there to make methamphetamine as easy to spell as it is to do. So that's kind of the deal. Despite rumors that President Biden will step down or be replaced as the Democratic presidential nominee, he and his supporters continue to insist that he's not going anywhere, except maybe into the light. Go into the light, Carol Ann. Go into the light.
I see dead people.
We're still dealing with a huge shortage of ADHD drugs. That story breaking this week. The problem is every time someone tries to solve it, they get distracted by squirrel.
Oh, I just said squirrel. I didn't know it was in there.
Moving from Seattle to Miami has saved Jeff Bezos $600 million in taxes.
Phew.
And I don't know about you, but I, for one, am glad to see Jeff Bezos finally catch a break.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be doing car washes and stuff to raise money for his flight program.
Yeah, really. New study found shivering for 10 to 15 minutes burns as many calories as exercise, which is why Bill Clinton's fitness routine is now just staying in a room with Hillary for 10 to 15 minutes.
That's probably true.
America's oldest living person just celebrated her 116th birthday this week. There she is. She spent it with her high school sweetheart, Joe Biden.
That's harsh.
An Alabama couple just celebrated 80 years of marriage.
Oh,
there they are. Look at them. Look at them. 80 years. Even more incredible, a shocking 4 of those 80 years were actually somewhat tolerable. The fossils of a 65 million year old shark were found in Alabama this week. And just like everyone else in Alabama, it had no teeth.
Oh, I see. Okay. I was really confused with the bite had to do with that one.
The source of a mysterious sound coming from Florida in the bay there, scientists have determined it's schools of fish mating. So now...
What is that thing?
That is a toothless shark.
Ah, so that was part of the punchline?
Yeah.
I have no clue where then.
Next. There you
go. Oh, those things.
There you go.
Sorry, you have a lot of water.
The source of a mysterious sound coming from a Florida bay is schools of fish mating, according to scientists. So now you can go to Disney World to see Finding Nemo or to the ocean to hear Grinding Nemo.
That's harsh. That's not right.
Stingray at North Carolina Aquarium is pregnant. You saw this. This is local to you.
Yeah, I actually saw it on the news.
Stingray in North Carolina Aquarium is pregnant despite the fact there are no male stingrays in the tank.
They said on the news that 2 male zookeepers left. So
yeah, I'm looking at you, Nick Cannon.
Wait, no. Who is it? Philip Rivers? No.
Nick Cannon.
No, the other guy, the quarterback.
Oh, I don't know.
He has like 13 kids.
Yeah. The cost of cocoa skyrocketing.
Yeah.
All I know is what I'm paying for Hershey's, I expect a little bit more than a kiss. Maybe not.
Boy. Yeah.
Man was busted climbing the Las Vegas Sphere this week. Yeah, there you see him.
Yeah.
It still wasn't as high.
You're saying I'm pushing it, so.
What's that?
I just say I'm pushing it, but it's going slow to you, so that's why.
Yeah, he still wasn't as high as in Vegas as everyone at Snoop Dogg's Super Bowl party.
So about the Sphere. Stupid.
Yeah.
The thing is round.
Yeah.
It's not glass.
Right.
There's hockey pucks. I've been up to it. I mean, this close to it. There's hockey pucks, and I can see how he climbed up there because there's a little spot. And it's probably about a half inch where he puts his toe,
Yep.
but the whole thing is like a honeycomb around there.
Yeah, and they're all like LEDs. Or
yeah, it's freaking cool to look at.
Yeah.
Up close.
It amazes me. I've seen a bunch of like TikTok videos
Mm-hmm.
of like planes flying into the airport there.
Now the
like,
eyes, yeah.
They'll put the eyes on it and it'll watch the plane
So
land.
me and my
It's
supervisor,
like so freaky.
me and my supervisor, we walked over to it because it was 3 blocks from our hotel.
Yep.
We spent. We said we're gonna go over for half an hour. We spent 3 hours, almost 2.5 hours,
Just watching the sphere.
Yeah, well, trying to get that damn picture of it looking at us.
Oh yeah.
We're all walking on this damn thing, different angles, trying to get it. I mean, we're doing videos, but we finally got it. But oh my god!
In entertainment news this week, Marvel has announced the new Fantastic Four, the new cast for the new movie coming out. But they're nothing compared to my Fantastic Four, which is Scarlett Johansson and Sofia Vergara.
Amen.
Beyonce, in the news this week, recording a country album. In order to appeal to that audience, the first song released, they say, is Single Cousins Put a Ring on It.
Wow. Is that one of your family photos?
No.
Oh.
No. Ozzy Osbourne, this week, nominated into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist, which is particularly special to him because he's long forgotten that he's already in there.
I was going to say, I thought he was in the Hall of Fame.
He's in there with Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
time has not been good to Ozzy.
Oh, Ozzy is
so he's going in as a solo artist. Thanks for playing along. And finally, as streaming prices continue to rise, services like Disney Plus are losing subscribers, but Disney has a foolproof plan to get them all back. They say a new Star Wars series about Princess Leia's hairdresser.
What does this have to do with anything?
That would be because I skipped a joke.
Oh.
Let me go back to it. John Cryer.
Well, Jesus, we're over now.
John Cryer says he will not participate in a 2.5 Men reunion because he doesn't want to be in business with Charlie Sheen again. Ditto said the LA prostitutes. Plus, he says he's got his own show, and Charlie has syphilis.
Yeah, with Charlie and those two, those two together were great.
They were.
So that was the last picture too.
Yeah, finally, streaming prices continue to rise. Services like Disney Plus are losing subscribers. Yeah. We already blew this one. But Disney has a foolproof plan to get them back, a new Star Wars series about Princess Leia's hairdresser.
Gotcha.
There you go. That's Mensplaining the News tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
I need a drink.
Yeah, me too.
Cracking jokes. Sometimes we drink stuff we're not proud of.
Beers on tap tonight. We go to the, I don't think you can see it. Hang on. The Evil Knievel beer fridge.
You need to get a little camera and put it inside.
I do need to do that.
Like a little GoPro.
Like inside the Evil Knievel beer fridge.
So I went from airport to home. I didn't stop for beer.
So you're pulling a private stock out of the liquor cabinet. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
All right. So what do you got? You got
something from home.
Metcalf's Vermont Maple Bourbon.
Yep.
I don't know that you should be drinking bourbon on no sleep. That sounds like a dangerous combination right there.
Metcalf's Maple Bourbon is handcrafted using American bourbon whiskey and touch of 100% pure Vermont maple syrup, bottled at 90 proof. The soft, silky spirit is ready to be sipped straight or mixed with a cocktail. Produced and bottled by Vermont distillers, Marlborough, Vermont. 90 proof. That's going to sting.
And I'm doing something you have taste tested, but I haven't. So I haven't had it. So when I saw it, you said it was pretty good. I will be the judge of that. This is Beast Unleashed Hard White Haze. 6% per volume. And
we got bullets in there.
Been making drinks for 30 years. Now our favorite brand, Monster Energy, is about to turn 21. We figured why not celebrate the big day with making an adult beverage. This is the same thing they got on every can. So this is called White Haze from Monster. The Beasts.
I think I gave that a 4.5.
Yeah. So this says 6% per volume.
That's weak. Don't wait, baby Huey. I'm seeing your comments now. There you go. That's from earlier.
I don't know. You liked it. I don't know that I like it.
So I'm gonna try this. Ooh.
So you got to do the red skeleton. Smooth.
Burns on the way down. Definitely taste the maple.
There you go.
Like, it's a perfect balance.
That's probably stuff that people can't buy outside the state of Vermont, I would imagine.
No, this was on the Vermont shelf. I got this 2 years ago at Pack the Pantry.
Okay.
For peak, actually.
And it's still around.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It smells good.
So it's
amazing.
maple flavored bourbon.
This is a sipper. This is not a.
Yeah.
This was like a $70 bottle. Oh, this is a sip whiskey. I mean, we've sipped the hell out of it, apparently.
Too rich for my blood, Trump.
I mean, we've sipped quite a bit out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not a big bourbon guy, but this is not a. Definitely taste the maple. Definitely taste the vanilla. I'm going to give her a good solid 4 and it's 4.
This, I don't know. I'm not a big monster guy either. You know what I mean? So I'm probably not the best person to be trying this.
That's my bullet. I have bullets in there for ice cubes.
Oh, check that out. That's incredible. Look at that.
Until I swallow one.
I'm giving this, it's not horrible, but it's not anything special to me. So we'll put it right in the middle. It's 3.
Oh, Peak, it's sitting on my bar shelf.
Yeah. Peak, he gets it from me and he drinks it.
we have this whole bar behind my fridge.
Yep.
Full of liquor. And none of us drink anymore.
Beast Unleashed White Haze. I'm going right in the middle. It's not horrible. It's not anything great either. It's I just don't.
It's a simple drinker.
I don't really think there's anything special about it.
No.
Probably wouldn't buy it again. There you have it. I'm going 3.
3. Not bad.
And what did you give that?
I'm not a bourbon guy, but it's a good sipper. I'm gonna give it a 4.
All right. Out of 5.
Yep.
That's beers and sometimes things we're not proud of. That's what we drink each week. Beers on tap on the Alpha.
We should change it. We should change the name to that. I like that.
Right.
This is the Alpha Men Podcast. Motorsports. These are John's red flag moments.
We're going to Daytona. The truck race was wild on the backstretch. To me, it's like a freaking mile and a half away looking at it.
Mm-hmm.
But I could see all the cameras and stuff, so we watched it. But I didn't see him flip. You showed me the next day.
Incredible.
I'm not focused on the wreck. Once I go at the wreck, I go to a different screen. I'm looking at a different screen, trying to figure out if anybody's missing a transponder or whatever.
And for those who may be watching for the first time, or those who aren't aware, John's regular day job, he works for NASCAR. He does timing and scoring loops, and works in race control and everything else. And next
week's my first time completely solo. Not a
solo. Oh wow, okay. Yeah. So you were in race control for this race, the truck race, ran Friday night.
I didn't leave. I lived in race control. I was in race control more when I was in my hotel room for 8 days.
Yeah, just back from Daytona.
Yeah,
and so you're in race control when this happens. There were plenty of red flag moments this weekend. We could have shown a whole bunch of them. This one sticks out because it's not easy to get one of those trucks to go airborne like this.
And watch the impact before he goes airborne. That guy had no clue it was coming.
Let's see what happens here. Raja gets into Jack Wood, turns him around. Watch the 17. Just contact from Daniel Dye.
He's Tony Hawk.
Turns him over.
Haley Curry in the middle of
He
that
gets
mess.
closer.
Matt Crafton sliding along. He keeps his truck pointed in the right direction. Look at Matt
pretty much
storm
the whole
out of there.
field's in this. I mean,
Yeah. I think 9 trucks.
Let's ride with Daniel Dye.
Our
Watch
Fox
this.
in-race reporter
And cameraman.
He has no clue it's coming. I mean, at that speed, you'll have time to fix it anyways.
Oh, wow.
we were watching this before the show, and I said to you, "Is there any way to play just that part of it again?
Mm-hmm.
Can we play just that part, the in-car part? We just back it up. Watch this."
Hold on. Here, go ahead.
I said to you, that's like one of those videos where there's a spider and it jumps off the screen at you and scares the crap out of you on Facebook or TikTok or something. There's just no time. The guy
right here. It's all clouded. It's all the smoke from the tires. I mean, it's
Days of Thunder stuff. I mean, it really is. There's no getting out of that one.
Well, what the hell? He went through him.
Yeah. No.
Oh, wow.
And at that point, they're on the backstretch there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're in the last spot that has grass on it besides the infield.
So they're in the backstretch there, and the trucks don't go quite as fast as the Cup cars.
Yeah.
But they're still doing what, 170, 180 right there.
Yeah. Oh, dead in that backstretch, 180 probably.
Yeah.
So for us, we don't see miles per hour; we see time. So
right, 180 miles an hour, and then just there's another truck in your grill. Yeah. Boom, nothing you can do. Nothing.
But he pulled the Tony Hawk, flipped right over, and back on his wheels.
Yeah, they were saying on the telecast, however graphic it is, it is.
Our Fox in-race reporter.
I'll try to find some of the
storm out of there. Storm out of there.
Stop. There you go.
Yeah. It is the soft. Michael Waltrip was saying, for how graphic it is and how incredible it is that truck went airborne like that.
Yeah.
It did lay over pretty soft. He actually said it's the softest possible way that went over softer than it normally does.
So the impact lifted him up, and the air was underneath him, lifted him in the air. I think what made it softer is when he landed on top of the other truck,
right,
and then came down. So you look at Matt Crafton, that bright yellow truck right there.
Yep,
he missed that whole damn thing, and it was. What was it? Days of Thunder, where you drive right through it. I mean, he drove right through it.
Yes,
you watch him
sliding along. He keeps his truck pointed in the right direction. Look at Matt.
There, it's bright yellow.
Yep.
And he hits that soaked grass.
Let's ride with Daniel Dye.
Boom.
Our Fox in-race reporter.
Yeah, so that was a pretty good red flag moment.
There you have it. Red flag moment tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
Raising a glass and a bar on Manly Comedy.
Well, Tales from the Old Couch tonight has been a long time coming. There's a couch on the other side of this camera in my podcast studio, and my wife wanted me to send it curbside years ago. I couldn't. It's comfortable. A lot of big decisions have been made on that couch. Maybe a couple of children, too. I don't know. But yeah, I like to come up here and sit on it and think about stuff. And this week, this subject has been a long time coming. Dudes, men, bros, guys, you feel lately like the world we navigate every day has got a target painted on your back? It's kind of become a crime just to be a guy.
Haley's comment.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore that. It's like, as men, we're expected to apologize for our mere existence.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell you something. I'm not sorry for being a guy. I'm definitely not going to apologize. But in this PC world, it feels like Every step we take, it's a potential landmine. You can't compliment somebody on their appearance without fearing a lawsuit these days. You can't make a joke without someone accusing you of some sort of ancient patriarchal oppression. And don't even get me started on holding the door open for a lady or someone else. Apparently, that's a cardinal sin today, too.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Just a simple guy trying to navigate the maze of correctness. It's like you're tiptoeing through a field of eggshells. And I'm not going to apologize for saying tiptoeing either, because heaven forbid I use a term that might be perceived as gender specific.
Tiptoeing.
Maybe I should say I'm doing the gender neutral cautious shuffle. I don't know.
No.
What really gets me, though, is the constant demand for apologies. I'm not about to apologize for my chromosomes.
Nope.
For my love of dad jokes. Or my inability to understand the intricacies of throw pillows. I'm a guy. I'm going to embrace it. I'm not going to apologize for enjoying a good burger or relishing in the glory of a well-executed burp. It's not a personal attack. It's a celebration of my digestive prowess. And guess what? I'm not going to apologize for being utterly baffled by the concept of contouring makeup. I mean, why would anyone want to draw a map on their face? Now, don't get me wrong. I understand the importance of being considerate. I understand the importance of being respectful. But it's reached a point where men are afraid to express any form of masculinity without being labeled as some kind of toxic person or social pariah. It's like society is saying, sorry, buddy, your gender has been put on probation. Please try to be less guyish. I think we've all kind of had enough.
Yeah.
Not going to apologize for my unapologetic love for action movies, my appreciation of a well-grilled steak, or my inability to understand why women have to go to the bathroom in pairs.
That's life mystery.
And you know what else? I won't apologize for saying I won't apologize. So to all the guys out there, stand tall. Be unapologetically yourselves. Well, let's navigate this PC world with a dash of humor and a refusal to bow to the apology police. After all, laughter is the best medicine, and I'm not sorry for prescribing a healthy dose of it. Cheers to being guys in a world that sometimes needs a good-natured eye roll. And that's Tales from the Old Couch tonight on the Alpha Men podcast.
You make some good points there, though. Everything we do, we gotta censor it. We gotta make sure we're not attacking somebody. We're not attacking. It is walking eggshells. I totally agree. I mean, it's hard. So,
and the only way that it stops is if men start being men again.
We should be
throw
like
all the PC crap out the window and be that guy.
Be that guy. I was trying to follow along with you as you're talking, but your pictures were kind of like going with the story.
Mm-hmm.
But you were using keywords for me to like switch, apology, attack.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
It's cool with it. I'm like, but yeah,
they'll get it on the replay. Tales from the Old Couch tonight on the Alpha Men podcast. This portion of the Alpha Men podcast is proudly presented by Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. Ohana means family, and that's how they treat their customers, like family. Check out Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook and become part of the Ohana family. Awesome card breaks from football, baseball, basketball, and so much more. Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook. That's OHANA Sports Cards. Ohana Sports Cards.
Who needs a foot in the ass? The One Podcast, Infinite Laughs. All rise. The sometimes honorable TJ Michaels presiding.
On
That was
Man Court,
that was on me.
testimony meets testosterone. And I am the sometimes honorable TJ Michaels. In this arena, men come to seek justice and occasionally throw haymakers. Our plaintiff is about to face the scrutiny of not only the courtroom, but also the discerning eyes and ears of our esteemed freak jury. And by viewing tonight, you are a member of the freak jury. You can comment at any point in time during Man Court. Your comments will come up on the screen. And if you've got advice for our man court plaintiff tonight, say that 3 times fast, we would love to hear it. If you've got a problem and you need the help of the freak jury in man court, send us your problem online, alphamenpodcast.com, or you can send us a private message to one of our 7,000 social media sites.
I got a catchphrase for you.
By the way, we are not on Instagram tonight. There's a there.
Yeah, I got a catch line for you, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
When you say if you got a problem, we'll try to solve it.
Yeah.
Be like this DJ. If you got a problem, this DJ will try to solve it.
Okay then.
No funny.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Thanks.
I'm gonna drink some more alcohol. I drink all this. Hold on, I'm going to the Jack Daniels this time.
Oh.
First one down smooth.
Our man court tonight, it is the case of the flirtation at the Forbidden Buffet. Our plaintiff is Lance from Hartford, Connecticut, docket number 240220. He writes, TJ and John, not necessarily a problem that I need solved, but I don't know what to do and definitely need a verdict on this issue. That's why I'm writing man court, hoping for some help from you and the freak jury. He writes, so I'm a regular at a restaurant that shall go nameless, and I often have the same waitress. We've been flirting back and forth all the time for years, and I've always had a big crush on her. My friends have been bugging me to pull the trigger and ask her out since I don't ever stop talking about her to them. So, a couple of weeks ago, I got up the courage. After lunch, asked her out. She turned bright red and told me, I'm really not allowed to date customers. It's frowned on by management. I jokingly told her to quit and get a job at another restaurant I hate. Some humor there. She laughed but told me she'd think about going on a date with me and see if her manager would have a problem with it. Do you think she's just letting me down easy? If she really liked me, wouldn't she just break the rule right away? Also, have I ruined going to my favorite restaurant, Lance, in Hartford, Connecticut?
What?
Oh, Lance, the Romeo of restaurants. You know, on Man Court, we're normally more concerned about heartsteak than heartbreak, but maybe we can slice through the sirloin of uncertainty here. Freak Jury, if you've got comments, is she just leading him on? The question is that what waitresses say when they're not interested?
I've dated some waitresses.
I'm not allowed to date customers.
I've heard strippers say that. Heard strippers say that.
They were definitely letting you down easy.
No.
Yeah.
They're let down. Won't keep it PG. Easton, I see your comment, buddy. Next segment, we'll talk about Daytona.
Yeah, we will get to that.
He was asking about
the race roundup. But, well, I mean, here's the deal. Kudos on mustering the courage to venture into the, perilous land of romantic menus, I guess.
Yeah.
Her blushing reaction might mean one of two things. Either she's bound by the sacred laws of the restaurant kingdom, or she's moonlighting as an Oscar-worthy actress. Both are possible. Either way, Lance, you got yourself a front row seat for all the drama. And as far as suggesting she quits her job, kudos, strategic humor, good, right? I think we all agree with that. But this isn't a sitcom where, characters switch jobs like superhero costumes. It's more like a soap opera with kind of a complex storyline. And so you may have just planted the seed of rebellion on her server soul, maybe. I don't know.
I
But
don't think they have a silver soul.
regarding the burning question of whether she's just buttering your bread with a side of rejection, it
I
really
don't.
slippery slope.
I don't think maybe they do. Maybe something happened to pass at this business.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I think a lot of times guys think that waitresses are flirting with them when it's their job to be nice to them and they're working for the tip,
Yeah.
right?
I put some girls through college back in the day.
So, especially with a face like that. So,
Hello, Pop.
you know, I that is a possibility here. You know, the possibility is all of the flirtation that you think was happening was not sincere, and it was just her. You know, Mama's got to buy a brand new pair of shoes. You know, that's all there is to it.
Yep.
But sometimes women are like ninjas. You know, sometimes they prefer the stealth approach rather than the frontal assault. You know, maybe that's what's going on too. But concerning the restaurant, I don't think you've burned your bridges. You've merely added a dash of drama to it. Keep going there. Keep enjoying your meals. Who knows? Your romantic tale may become a legendary dish on the secret menu. You know, it may.
Like a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah.
It's a Taylor Swift meal.
But patience, Lance, is your friend. Keep the charm on and just let the story unfold like a mystery novel. And who knows? May work out for you, may not. But in any case, we wish you the courage of a gladiator and the charm of a smooth talking cowboy. And well, that's the verdict tonight on Man Court.
I agree.
Cracking jokes and cold ones.
He's pressing him for the top spot.
He is out in the outside groove.
Some debris on the back straightaway. His teammates trying to get by him now as they go to turn one.
I like that video.
Great American race this weekend. Well, actually Monday on President's Day.
Yeah.
Which ironically was my new job. I had the day off, so it was cool.
Oh, me too. Not me.
Right.
Mondays are my day off.
It's funny. I was like, I got up Sunday morning. I'm like, it's Daytona 500 day. I was all psyched. I'm getting ready. I'm like, And 9:30 comes along and they call it and they're like, yeah, we're gonna run Monday. And I'm like, right. So I'm bummed because I really, really just wanted to watch the race Sunday. You know,
and we really, really wanted to go home.
I'm sure you did.
Be there Monday.
And then every night, my wife about, I don't know, 4:15 goes, hey, you want to go to the grocery store with me? I'm like, no.
Green flag was at 4:18.
Right. Like the race comes on in like 5 minutes. I'm not going to the grocery store, crazy lady.
It was a good start. We got there Monday, set up. Tuesday set up. Wednesday we did the qualifiers that night. The two most brightest cars in the field took the pole. Joey Logano and Michael McDowell, both yellow Mustangs.
Man, Michael McDowell, for a guy that struggles everywhere and really kind of has an underfunded ride. I mean, you have to admit that he does. I mean,
he can drive.
He is good at the super speedways, man.
He won the road course. Was it last year? Year before he won a road course too. So I mean, McDowell.
He normally is around at the end of the 500. I mean, he's up there. I mean, you don't normally see that at places like Michigan or other places, intermediate tracks, stuff like that. Michael McDowell is one of those super speedway ringers, though. He's always there. He's not a driver that a lot of people talk about. He's not a Kyle Busch. He's not he's not a big name.
He's kind of a silent assassin. I mean, he was in the playoffs last year.
Really?
I mean, he's not horrible.
Yeah,
I think he's pretty damn good. I'm proud. I'm glad he got second to. For a while, he was leading the board, and then Joey Logano came out there and punched his ticket to first.
Joey Logano, on the pole.
Yeah.
Expecting big things for him from this race, but we go from qualifying to Friday night. The truck race happened, and
With Thursday we had the duels.
Thursday the duels.
Reddick and Bell.
Mhm.
Yeah, took the win on both of those. So they were sent third and fourth, and the rest of the field got staggered out based on their positions. Then Friday came with the trucks, and it was looking good. Weather was beautiful. We're gonna qualify the ARCA and do all that stuff, and then they start looking at that weather for Saturday and Sunday. So
and it was deja vu back to the Coliseum.
So they made a decision at some point. Our bosses were like, "We're gonna run an ARCA race after the truck race." So we're like, "Oh, well, I guess cool. I mean, one less race we have to do on Saturday. We'll get it done, because they're smaller teams, so they have to get on the road, because they can't afford the hotels and stuff. It's expensive. It's not afforded. It's expensive for them. But yeah, so we ran a truck race, got pretty damn wild for a while, and then we jumped into ARCA, and that race went to like 1.
Listen, the marquee is the Cup, guys.
Yeah.
But if you're not watching the trucks, you're missing out. Often, the best racing of the weekend is a truck series.
Yeah,
Sanchez,
he took the win. Just is. He took the win. I mean,
and not only that, by watching, if you watch the Xfinity races, you're seeing tomorrow's Cup stars today. That's not really the way it works anymore. Yeah. They move guys from the trucks to Cup, from Xfinity to Cup, from ARCA to Cup. I mean, there are guys that leapfrog the whole system.
Yeah.
The winner of the Daytona 500, which we'll talk about in a minute, he was playing video games. I mean, he was on a simulator for most of his racing career. Never been in an actual race car when he got the chance to jump into a Legends car and in his first Legends car, and then he won like 20 races.
Yeah.
So
these guys have
pretty cool story. We'll get to that in a minute.
There's the red flag moment still shot. Yeah, that wreck.
So, yeah, incredible.
But then we jumped into Saturday, and we're all excited. We saw the weather, but we're like, we can get qualifying, and we get the Xfinity race done. Mm-hmm. Sunday looks like a washout, but hey, you never know because it's Florida. Weather changes instantly.
Sure.
And so we're like, we'll get through Xfinity. We'll just have Cup on Sunday, and then the World Center of Raining arrived. Raintona has arrived, and we got qualifying done. It was smooth. We did one round instead of multiple because we knew the clock was ticking. Mm-hmm. And we sat around for hours, and we knew it was over. We weren't getting. So they pulled the plug and said Xfinity is going to run tomorrow.
And the original plan was to run Sunday morning.
Yep, Sunday morning
before the Cup race.
Yep. So we
woke up Sunday morning and
it was raining cats and dogs. So we get over the track, do some testing and stuff we do every race, every week, every day. And we knew. I mean, everybody's looking at the forecast.
By 9:30, they had called it. They said we're going to race Monday.
Yeah, we got there at 6 after being there until like 2.
Yep.
But by like 8:30, we could feel in the compound that things were going to change. We weren't racing.
Right.
So they pulled the plug. And
just because they decided not to race that day, that doesn't mean that you're not working all day.
We were there till we got lucky. We were out of there by noon.
Uh-huh.
So we had 6 hours of just general stuff, maintenance, testing stuff, just to make sure the Great Race goes off without a hitch.
Mm-hmm.
So like the guys go out there, test the loops. It's pouring rain, driving on a golf cart. I mean, it's tough for them. I did it for years.
Yeah.
So,
what was my time on the golf cart?
Yeah. So the Monday morning we woke up, and we were going to race Xfinity at 11 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We got there at 6. Still raining. Got there at 6, 7, 8, 9. We're like, it's still raining.
Yeah.
They were drying. They were trying to dry that
Well,
track.
they were wrecking is what they were doing.
Well, that's what this picture is right here. Unfortunately, I didn't want to put this in here, but you wanted to put it in. I was like, okay.
I saw this and I went, how can I blame John Stacy for that? Can I find a way to blame John for that? And I'm like, yeah, I think I can.
So the banking is really steep at Daytona. I mean, it's
Yeah.
extensively steep. I mean, TV does not do justice what it's like to be out there.
No, I've been on it.
Yeah.
I've done the track tour where they pull you out in a little tram. And
so these guys run staggered.
Yep.
And they're drying. That's the top one's a Buffalo blower, and the bottom one's another jet to blow the water out.
Yeah.
Pretty much the one guy blows water to one guy, and the next it's a hockey thing. It keeps going down. The guy up top must have got a little slow or hit a wet patch, and he slid right into the other thing. And now, remind you, these things are full of jet fuel.
Yep.
So it's
it's a dangerous situation. When I first saw it, I went, "Oh, Juan Pablo Montoya's back."
Yeah.
You know?
So, but I saw people's comments. Just drive away, pull it away. You can't. One little spark. I mean, we're gonna have a big hole in the track.
Right.
So they decided.
So they do eventually get the track dried on Monday, but not in time to run the Xfinity.
We had to run,
before the Cup race. So then they say, "Hey, look, John, we know you've been here. So what time did you get there Monday?
6
a.m.
Yeah.
John, we know you've been here since 6 a.m. We're going to roll the Cup at 4:20 this afternoon, and then after the Cup race, which takes 4 hours, we're going to run the Xfinity race." So you actually got done in Daytona this morning
at 3
at
o'clock.
What time?
I left the track at just before 3
a.m.
Yeah.
So you went at 6 a.m. Monday morning, and you left 3 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. So Friday was an 18-hour day.
Yeah.
And then yesterday was today has been. I was off the clock for an hour and a half, and I'm still awake. So it's been yesterday. If you count yesterday today with my travel, it's been 32 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
and
but
still was complaining about it.
Yeah. I'm doing this damn show, ain't I?
I know. I totally told him. I'm like, dude, if you're not going to get back in no slow, like I knew. I'm sending him texts trying to bust his balls, and he's.
What you messaged me yesterday or last night or this morning, whatever it was, and I was like, I'm not in the mood. You said something to me. I was like, I'm not in the mood for this. It's not right now. Well, let's go back.
So we move on. We actually do get the 500 underway. Yesterday afternoon, and of course, Daytona. Everybody's waiting for the big one, and of course, it did happen. First, it 6 or 7 laps into the race, we had our first caution for a wreck. But you get down to the end, 20 laps to go. And there's a lot of pushing and shoving going on, and you could see it. You could see the energy building in all of the lines on the track, and you could see how much pushing was going on.
Yeah.
And my wife was in the other room watching Heart of Dixie or something on her computer. I don't know. And I'm like talking to her. She's not listening to a word I'm saying, but I'm like, this is not gonna go another lap. This time around, there's gonna be a big And I'm surprised it went as far as it did. And I don't remember exactly what lap it came out on, but it took out a lot of big cars. And the heartbreaker for me is Blaney, the old man.
161.
Huh?
Lap 161.
161. The old man Blaney was in a one race deal with RFK Racing, driving the 60 car.
Yep.
And
Reagan. No, that's David Reagan.
Or David Reagan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Old man Reagan. Sorry.
Yeah.
Is in the 60 car, one race, and Brad Keselowski, they're right there together. They're right at the front of the field. They're slicing and dicing. They're going around Joey Logano and going. I mean, and they were there with a shot. And as a fan of Mark Martin, and have been for my whole life, I just want to see Jack. I want to see the Cat in the Hat happy. I want to see that team return to the glory it deserves. I'm not a huge Brad Keselowski fan, but seeing that number 6 up front, like Mark Martin, that was pretty cool. And I feel so bad because they just
It'll eventually come together. Eventually, Brad's
You
doing
know,
great things for that.
just in the wrong place, at the wrong time. And of course, social media erupted immediately. Oh, the Hendrick cars. Oh, gee, they caused the wreck and weren't in it. And I'm like, well, generally the car that generally the car that gets loose at Daytona is out front and generally isn't in it. You know what I mean? It's just the way that it happens, super speedway racing, and
anybody, anytime can win that race.
And you know what? There's to blame any driver for that incident. It was inevitable. It's not like somebody made a mistake or screwed up or any of that. There was so much pushing and shoving going on at 190
Well, that's what
miles
happened.
an hour.
That's what happened in the last lap. Everybody on social media now is talking about, oh, NASCAR should have pushed that caution, this and that. And
actually, I sent you a text.
Yeah.
Hey, Flash, a little slow on the caution button.
Yeah, well, there's a room full of experts in there, and they make a call. I mean,
right.
I mean, I'll never get into details on the show about
I was just busting your balls.
But I have the video of it, and it shows right in the video when the caution came out, he clearly passed the start finish line. The call was made correctly.
And that's the thing. I've seen all kinds of armchair rules, experts.
Yep.
Over the past day, NASCAR needs to give the fans the race they deserve and finish under green. Okay, look,
the cars left.
Here's the deal. There's got to be rules, right? And the rule is, if the white flag comes out and a caution follows, the race is over. That's the rule. You can't change the rule in the middle of the Daytona 500 and just go, hey, screw the rule. We're going to line them up again and go for it. You can't do that. Okay?
There will be so much damaged car. We'll be on that last lap for yellow for 3 hours.
And that's the thing. It's the Daytona 500. If you're within the top 8 cars on the last lap, you're going for it. Yep. Checkers or wreckers.
I have the video right here if you want to see it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta switch to the play button over here. Oh. And you'll be able to see he clears the line, and the lights come on after. If you watch the wall, you'll see not the telemarketing screen, whatever. Watch the wall. You'll see the wall light up. He has cleared now. Lights, boom, right there.
Yeah. No, it was a good call. It was a good call. And the people who are look, you got to have rules. Okay. If you want to change the rules, we can talk about that. But, in the middle of the 500, you're not going to change the rules.
I believe the decision was made to push the button. I mean, it's a blur. I couldn't tell you exactly anything because it happens so fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think whoever saw to make that call to push the button, the race director, would be because that car was coming up on the track. It's a safety thing. You have to slow the cars down.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion on that. I mean, I 100% back NASCAR on that, no matter what.
Yeah.
So the race got done. William Byron won the race,
and
then we jumped into Xfinity, and we know how Xfinity. You can hear it in my voice. It's usually a wreck fest. They did pretty damn good.
It was fairly caution free. I mean, there's a couple, but
and then Austin Hill took the win. Good job for that. I mean, he kicked ass out there.
And so next week we're off to where?
I'm heading to Atlanta on Thursday. I have a day off, so I put this in the wrong spot, but that was from earlier. I got a full 45 minutes. I was on a plane from Daytona to Atlanta.
32 hours. It's still kicking. Yeah, we'll put it that way.
So,
the other major news this week: new manufacturer coming to NASCAR. I know you can't say anything.
I would,
and I know you probably don't know anything.
No,
but
the public finds out 30 minutes before we do.
Right, but there are a lot of rumors out there in the rumor mill, and the rumor mill is suggesting that Honda is coming to NASCAR.
I've heard
and
Dodge.
that,
I've heard Cadillac. I've heard it all.
everything is signed, sealed, and delivered. It would be the first new manufacturer for NASCAR to enter NASCAR since Toyota joined in 2007. Since 2012, only 3 manufacturers have presented machinery in the races: Ford, Chevy, and Toyota. Dodge last having a presence in 2012. So I don't know that I'm ready for Honda, and this is purely me speaking. I don't know.
What's the
I'll
truck
be
series
honest
going to
with you,
run?
though. I wasn't ready for Toyota when Toyota came either.
Yeah.
I
What are the trucks going to run? The Honda Pilots? Honda Ridgeline, that's what it is.
Honda Ridgelines.
The Honda Ridgeline takes the
And
500.
then the other thing is paddle shift. No, sorry.
I don't think
That's a
ever
European
happen.
thing. You want that? Go watch F1.
Yeah, I don't see that happening ever.
I don't see it happening.
Honda, that's possible. I mean, I guarantee NASCAR is always looking to add more manufacturers.
Sure.
I mean, it'd be cool to see. Any of them out there.
Yeah.
What I want to know, and I have no clue, would be what is Chevy going to do with no Camaros?
I don't know if it's BS. You got to be careful because there's a lot of stuff out there that's just made to get people to talk and say things.
Clickbait.
But I saw a thing that because of the Camaro and the stoppage of production and the rules that NASCAR has, that you may see a Cadillac. I don't know. But
I've heard that.
Talk about that for a minute.
Oh, he's got a small bladder, so he has to pee a lot. He's old. So yeah, the 500 was fun. It was cool. It's always great to be there. It's a butt kicker, but we head to Atlanta. I think we have the trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. Oh, obviously Cup. And I pray no rain. I want to come home. And then I head to Las Vegas. Stay out there. Go to Phoenix. Then I get a week off. So I'm pretty excited for that. But yeah, the 500 builds character. That's my thought on that part. Oh, there's a.
I don't know. I don't see Cadillac.
How was your pee? Was it good?
It was good. This beast stuff went right through me, dude.
Well, you're old and you have a small bladder.
I do.
So that's it for sports for whatever we're in. NASCAR.
Race recap. Rundown. You don't even know your name right now, dude. You need sleep. That's our racing rundown on the Alpha Men podcast.
Where's the button? Right there.
Who needs a foot in the ass? The Alpha Men podcast presents
My foot into this thing called your ass.
the Red Foreman Awards.
You dumb.
It is the most prestigious awards ceremony of the year, the Golden Foreman Awards, named after the iconic fearsome father from that 70s show, the man who made putting his foot in someone's ass an art form. And tonight we're here to honor the best of the worst with the coveted Golden Foreman. The Golden Foreman has become a symbol of not excellence, but sheer audacity and failure. Winners have excelled in categories like epic fails, questionable life choices, and the ever-popular, well, that escalated quickly. Our first Golden Foreman tonight goes to 2 politicians in Tennessee, Representative Ron Gant of Pipperton and Senator Paul Rose of Covington, which, by the way, is where the Walking Dead is filmed. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, Covington, Georgia.
Huh.
So, wait, that's Covington, Tennessee. Forget I said that.
I was going to say, I thought it was fucking Georgia.
I saw Covington and it just popped in my brain. Sometimes that happens.
I was confused.
2 lawmakers this week have introduced a bill that would ban the sale of refrigerated or cold beer in Tennessee.
Huh?
Really, guys?
Say that again.
2 lawmakers have introduced a bill that would ban the sale of refrigerated or cold beer in Tennessee.
You suck, you jackass.
Why?
It's already cleared 2 hurdles in the state and is now headed to committee where it'll be debated. If it passes this stage, it will head to a final vote. And if you're thinking this seems strange, it is. Trying to tackle an important issue. The goal is to curb drunk driving and reduce deadly crashes involving alcohol, which we're all for, but drinking and driving is already illegal in Tennessee.
What the bar's going to do? Serve piss-warm beer?
I don't know.
Holy
crap.
But
open container laws do allow those traveling in vehicles to imbibe. So the bill seems pretty vague at this point, but at least the version that's been released publicly specifically mentions beer sold at retail. So we're assuming bars, restaurants, and venues could still serve cold beer, which some might argue is a bigger contributing to driving under the influence than beer sold at gas stations, grocery stores, and breweries. So they're saying at gas stations, grocery stores, and breweries, the beer can't be cold.
You're more... Okay, breweries regulate how much you can drink out of this on site.
Hey, government, get off my back, dude.
A brewery regulates how much you can drink in the establishment. There's a certain amount of ounces you can drink. A bar, yes, they regulate too, but you can get away with more drinking. At your home, usually if you're buying beer at a grocery store or whatever, you're going home to drink that damn beer.
Well, the lawmakers are looking to address that too. They'd like to see caps on the number of drinks a place will serve when a person can't prove they have a designated driver. So this is Big Brother, and this is, look, I get what you're trying to do, but you know what? It's a free country. If I want to drink a beer and a cold one.
Wow. I like Tennessee too.
Our next Red Foreman Award goes to Alan Aspinwall of Florida, who has written a lengthy letter to his 77-year-old grandmother after allegedly trying to steal her car. Aspinwall allegedly carjacked his grandmother on February the 6th when he asked for her to unlock the car to get something out of the trunk. However, when she walked outside, he allegedly snatched the keys from her, pushed her down onto the driveway. Oh, this guy needs an ass kicking. And then jumped in his grandmother's car and took off. That, according to the police affidavit. Officers say the woman sustained injury on her hands and arms. However, Aspinwall's guilt must have gotten to him as he ended up penning a 4-page apology letter to sweet grandmama, which reads, "I want to apologize for not being the young man you raised. You are my everything. I'm truly sorry for the negative events that have been going on in my life. My mind has been so in the gutter. Suspect has been arrested and charged with domestic battery on a person 65 years of age or older, unarmed carjacking, and theft from a person 65 years of age or older. He now, though, however, promises he will be a great example of a loving father and a loving grandson when he gets out of prison."
We need to change. This story needs to go into a whole different category of you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, really.
Dumbass.
You dumbass.
And finally, our final award tonight goes to 49-year-old Jason Brushkovich of New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Cops there got a call Tuesday about a 49-year-old man who decided, this is last Tuesday, decided to take his truck for a spin on the beach and drive it right into the ocean.
Yep.
His name is Jason Brushkovich. You're actually allowed to drive on the beach there, but not always. It was closed to cars because of the weather and the tide was too high. Jason didn't care, though. He went around the closed gate that said "Do not enter," drove his white Dodge Ram pickup truck into the water, and lifeguards were first to respond after they saw him driving back and forth into waves and trying to do donuts in the sand. The water he was in was 2 to 3 feet high. This was all around 9 o'clock in the morning. Cops eventually got him out onto dry land. And here's the quote making the headlines. Do we have the video?
Yeah, I saw this guy's an idiot.
Someone was seen driving this white pickup truck. It's on the beach, folks. Right through the shore there. What can I tell you? Could you take a guess at where that video was?
A good way to lose a Dodge Ram.
Of course, right? Volusia Sheriff's Office say the man drove around a closed gate marked "Do not enter," but then entered.
Can I get in trouble for that? Yeah.
The man was charged with a violation and was taken to the county jail with a $200 bond.
It's not my fault the truck don't serve it.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be driving on the beach when the gates are all closed.
Someone was seen.
It's not my fault the truck don't surf. I thought it was a surfing truck.
Dumbass.
Holy shit. It's Florida.
He's been charged with failing to pay beach access fees and released on a $200 bond. His truck, by the way, had to be towed off the beach, but based on his smile and his mugshot, he doesn't regret it. But you know what? He's a big dumbass.
Oh, crap. That's Florida for you.
And that's the Red Foreman Awards tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
No filter, all funny.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. We haven't done real or fake news in a long time.
You want to know why we're doing it? Because I didn't write the segment, so we just swapped it out.
I put it together quick.
Thank you.
Here we go. We have got 3 headlines. John, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to identify the real story. 2 of the stories are completely fake news. One of them, however, is real. You can play along at home. Just comment in the comment section on which story you think is real and which story is fake news. Here are your headlines. Taco Bell teaming up with General Mills for Cheerio Chalupa cereal. Taco Bell teaming up with General Mills for Cheerio Chalupa cereal.
I like my Tums in the afternoon.
Headline number 2. Scientists grow world's first artificial man bits. Scientists grow world's first artificial man bits.
Explains transgender.
And your third headline? Woman sues body lotion company after accidentally using it to frost cake. Woman sues body lotion company after accidentally using it to frost cake. 2 of those headlines are fake. One of them is real. John, which one's the real story?
That story needs to go into the dumbass. Your stories are all mixed up right now.
Taco Bell, Cheerio Chalupas.
That sounds fake.
Scientists grow world's first artificial man bits.
That's believable.
Woman sues body lotion company after using it to frost cake.
She's probably from Florida. I'm going to go with that one because it seems like somebody from Florida would do.
Woman sues body lotion company after accidentally using it to frost cake. And incorrect.
Damn.
Here's the real story. Scientists, one step closer to treating male infertility, now say they have successfully grown a pair of artificial man bits in a dish. There they are.
Oh, there goes transgenders.
Though these Franken beans aren't fully functional yet, they allow experts to further investigate it by producing artificial sperm thanks to a mini 3D model of testes that can be used to study the real deal. So how's this work? Artificial sperm cells would presumably have copies of a man's DNA because they would have been grown from his own stem cells. Nitman Gonin. How ironic is it that the scientist's name is Gonin? Very close to gonad. Nitzan Gonin, a researcher at Bar Ilan University in Israel, says she and her team also have plans to grow fully artificial testes from the stem cells.
Wow. I was hoping the lotion would be true.
And you thought AI was a problem.
No, we're always the problem.
Just saying.
Maybe AI is a solution.
That's real or fake news tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Raising a glass and the bar on Manly Comedy.
All righty, Man Cave Comedy clips tonight.
That was loud.
And we've got 3 clips for you from the Man Cave Comedy Vault. And we get started with comedian Jared Freed on how most of us will never, ever get canceled.
No one in this room will ever be canceled. One person believes me. We're good. No one here. Only successful people get canceled. What would they take from us? Nicole's cash? You Spirit Airlines points. Canceling is when us normals take the successfuls down from the heavens and make them live our lives. Your life is the most horrific thing that could ever happen to Kim Kardashian. She'd be like, fly commercial now!
Jared Freed on Never Getting Canceled. Clip number 2, Don't Tuck Your Shirt In, comedian Dusty Slay.
I hate tucking in my shirt. I do hate it. I got a weird body for tucking in my shirt.
That's me.
Like, my body's not weird, but I feel like if I tuck in my shirt, I feel like I look like I work everywhere I'm at. Like, that may not make sense to you, but I got like a working man's midsection. Like, if you can see my belt up here, you're like, oh no, he works here somehow. It's not clear what he does, but he is affiliated with the place. He got some keys, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? Like, if I tuck in my shirt and I go into the grocery store, people start asking me where the bread is. And then I take them to the bread. And it gets weird when they find out I don't work there. I'm like, you didn't ask me if I worked here, you asked me if I knew where the bread was. I do know where the bread is, you know what I mean? I know where a lot of stuff's at in this store. It'd be cool, I'll show you around a bit. Let me see
Here's
your
the
list.
meat.
You know what I mean?
And finally, comedian Nate Bargatze's wife told him he's a bad listener. And that is Man Cave Comedy Clips this week on the Alpha Men Podcast.
That's good.
No filter, all funny. A segment we call Your Team Sucks.
All right, you look back on the week in sports. Tiger Woods has launched his own clothing brand. It features pants that are easy to remove when you're picking up a Waffle House waitress.
Wow, that was harsh.
Kansas City Chiefs want to give Andy Reid a new contract. Reid is reportedly unhappy with the early negotiations, mainly because they will not pay him in cheeseburgers.
That's not nice.
Some people want the day after the Super Bowl to be a national holiday.
Yeah.
It would be redundant for Dallas Cowboys fans who always go on vacation the second round of the playoffs.
Except my eye.
And they're after the heated exchange on the sidelines during the Super Bowl, this story just will not go away. People will not let it alone.
No.
Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce and Coach Andy Reid are said to be on good terms. Sources say Travis apologized with a bouquet of prime rib.
That's the way to do it.
It looks like The Rock is going to be the villain in his latest run with the WWE. And to make sure he's the most hated man in sports, all his matches will be attended by Taylor Swift.
That guy right there.
He did a good job. He did a good job at
I'm confident as a man.
Yeah.
That guy is like built perfectly.
Yeah.
Just talks perfectly.
Be why he makes $25 million a movie.
Teeth is perfect. The guy's just like a freaking model. I mean, just a sculpted. I'm going to go too far. It's going to sound, hey. So I'm just going to stop. Like, props to The Rock. I mean, that man is.
Yeah, he's supposed to be he's supposed to be the Grand Marshal for the Daytona 500. When it got rained out on Sunday, he stuck around and came back.
He did. Yep.
You know,
he did.
And a lot of stars wouldn't have done that.
No, Pitbull and those guys couldn't because they had other shows to do. But
yeah.
Man Crush. I don't like his acting. as much, but as a person, he seemed pretty damn cool.
John does like to smell what the Rock
is cooking.
LA Lakers unveiled a new Kobe Bryant statue this week. It's still made of less artificial material than most of the people in Los Angeles. Oakland A's hiring Jenny Kavnar as the first female play-by-play announcer in Major League Baseball history.
Oh,
and both Oakland A's fans are ecstatic about the news.
That's so true.
Shaquille O'Neal's jersey retired by the Orlando Magic this week. That's right, kids. Shaq played basketball before starring in 8,000 commercials.
That is true. Holy crap.
And all the stuff he's
Remember his Shaq bar he had for a while? That
yeah. Yeah. An NBA legend wants to end his career with his current team. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James told the media last week that he's been happy being a Laker for the past 6 years. Hopefully it stays that way. And, there's a big story.
No LeBron picture.
Finally, this story, which is weird. Okay. You think about what kids get scholarships for to play at the college level: football, baseball. Some go for skiing, some go for tennis. There's even an archery scholarship out there somewhere. Some schools pay for it. Yeah.
Oh, God.
But 2 kids just got scholarships. The first scholarships ever to play Division I cornhole. Which makes me want to go back to school.
What's the scholarship package include? Like you get like 6 bags?
2 kids from Colorado just awarded the first ever athletic scholarships to play Division I cornhole. Their names are Jackson Remick and Gavin Haman. And they went to Thunder Ridge. Man, that's a cool sound in high school. Thunder Ridge High School in Denver.
They'll probably change it.
Where'd you go to high school? I went to
high school.
Ridge. Dude, that's cool. But anyway, apparently Thunder Ridge has a very strong cornhole program.
Apparently so.
They're obviously cornhole proteges. Prodigies. They went on to win the first ever high school championship together in 2021. Then a year later, on National Signing Day last week, they signed letters of intent to play D1 cornhole for Winthrop University in South Carolina. Now, the school hasn't really said how much the scholarship is for, but their new coach at Winthrop thinks full ride scholarships for cornhole could happen eventually, you think?
I hope they major in physics at least.
Absolutely. Here they are talking about it.
I'm shocked. I mean, as everybody is, it's crazy. It's groundbreaking. It's new. It's making history.
I never could have thought that me playing just a fun side hustle would lead to college or going to a national level and playing.
This is something that is now going to give kids an opportunity to get scholarships, potential full rides eventually.
And there are so many kids that want to make this their career, and I think this is the gateway to make that happen. I'm shocked.
That's impressive. Congratulations, guys.
Finally, live batting practice coming real soon. Spring training right around the corner. And one of the best players in baseball going to have to wait to make his 2024 spring training debut. Los Angeles Dodgers star Shohei Ohtani did not participate in batting practice, will not suit up in the spring opener. On this coming Thursday, the 2-time AL MVP signed a record 10-year, $700 million contract with L.A. back in December.
Yeah.
And Dave Roberts says that Ohtani is a lot further along than he would have expected as the 29-year-old recovers from right elbow surgery, but hoping to be ready for the season opener against the Padres in Seoul, South Korea on March 20th.
They say he is the next Babe Ruth.
Yeah. No, dude, 10 years, $700 million.
He can hit. He
Come
can
on.
pitch. He's a hell of a pitcher.
Yeah.
He's a hell of a hitter.
That is Your Team Sucks, the Alpha Men on Sports tonight on the Alpha Men Podcast.
This is the Alpha Men Podcast.
Well, this week's Hidden Heroes is a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
I think we're all kind of appalled at what happened in Kansas City during the parade, Super Bowl parade last week. But in all of that chaos and for all the terrible things that were perpetrated by two armed gunmen, there were some hidden heroes. Paul Contreras of Nebraska and Trey Filter Mays of Kansas.
Yeah.
And there you see both of them with their wives.
Badass dudes right there.
And we need to make these guys famous because neither man knew each other when they attended the Chiefs Super Bowl 58 victory party in Union Station on Wednesday of last week.
Yeah.
And now both men are being hailed as heroes, deservedly so, after they tackled one of the alleged shooters at the event to the ground. Also a hero, Trey's wife, Casey, who grabbed the alleged gunman's firearm after it spilled out onto the ground. We have a tape of them talking about what happened.
It was just a reaction. You know, he was running against.
Yeah, you'll see him running
the wrong way, and there was another gentleman saying, you know, just screaming out of the top of his lungs, you know, catch this guy, tackle him, and I heard him, and I really wasn't for sure until he came running, and I had a perfect angle to do what I did, and I did what I did. You know, I took him down.
Don't remember that.
It happened so fast.
I just I didn't see him coming. I just saw a flash and it turned. I believe I chased him a little bit. We were looking at one another, you know, like, hell yeah, like we got this guy. And so then people were still yelling, he's got a gun, he has a gun. And I didn't know if if that was the one that he'd spilled. I didn't know any of that. So our focus was to keep him down and then, just kind of make sure he didn't.
At least one person was killed, 21 others injured, including several children. And despite the chaos, Paul, Trey, and Casey saved a lot of lives, intervening and preventing further harm. So for
Cheers.
that, you guys are hidden heroes this week on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Hands down. That is a good story to have for a tragic event. Because
yeah, you look at all of that and you question, would I have reacted the same way? And I think most of us, when there's not time to think, you just react. You just go.
I'm glad they did.
So Paul Contreras of Nebraska, Trey Filter Mays of Kansas, they both are our hidden heroes this week on the Alpha Men Podcast.
Guys kick ass, man.
Two dudes, one podcast. Infinite closing time.
Well,
that's what my brain's saying right now.
I'm sure it is. The inventor of Pop-Tarts has died. Age 96.
96. Wow.
I found out about it when the news popped up in my feed. That is Bill Post right there.
Yeah.
He always downplayed his involvement in creating the Kellogg's Pop-Tart, saying he just led an amazing team that developed the concept in the early 60s. Bill was working with Kellogg's. He initially called them Fruit Scones. Thank God he changed the name, right? Because, But that was soon changed to Pop-Tarts, a play on the then popular pop art movement. It was a shelf-stable toaster pastry. It turned into a fine product that they could bring to market in the span of just 4 months. And now there are over 20 flavors. His modesty might also be because some people think he kind of copied and improved upon a competing product. Just before Pop-Tarts came to store shelves, the company Post, no relation to Bill Post, the creator of the Pop-Tart, announced Country Squares, which would later become Toast-'em Pop-Ups. Not quite as popular as the Pop-Tarts, but very similar. Pop-Tarts were far more successful in their branding and marketing, and unfortunately or fortunately, this means Bill will not live to see Jerry Seinfeld's upcoming movie about the creation of Pop-Tarts. Yes, this is actually a thing. It's called Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart Story, and it will hit Netflix in May.
So they're copying the McDonald's one.
Yeah. And it's unclear if Bill will be a character in the movie or if he had any involvement. On Instagram, Jerry said, "Godspeed, Bill Post. You bent pastry and fruit filling to your will and convinced parents to serve dessert for breakfast. May you find 2 slots in eternity and rest in lightly brown glory." But it brought me to the top 5 things heard at the Pop-Tart guy's funeral. Instead of cremation, his body will be toasted.
Oh, Jesus.
He gave the world so much. Like diabetes. His legacy will live on whenever a parent doesn't love their kid enough to make a real breakfast. In fact, Tony the Tiger sent flowers for his grave.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
Listen, he didn't die. He just exceeded his sell-by date. And he leaves behind a wife, 4 kids, and dozens of crumbs. And we'll close in tribute tonight with Jerry Seinfeld, comedian Jerry Seinfeld, recalling the magic of the Kellogg's Pop-Tart. Godspeed, Bill Post.
A frosted, fruit-filled, eatable rectangle in the same shape as the box it comes in, and with the same nutrition as the box it comes in. Once there were Pop-Tarts, I did not understand why other types of food continued to exist. My mother would continue preparing meals. I would go, "Mom, what are you doing? Don't you see that it's over? 2 in each packet, 2 slots in the toaster. There's no wrong way. Why 2? One's not enough, 3's too many. And they can't go stale because they were never fresh."
That's good.
Godspeed, Bill Post. That's going to do it for the podcast this week. We will see you next Tuesday night at 8.
Hopefully more rested.
Take care.
Good night, guys.
And that's a wrap. We hope you've had as much fun as we've had here at the Alpha Men Podcast. Remember, our advice might not solve your problems, but it surely will make them funnier. Before we bid you adieu, a big ol' thanks to our loyal pack of Alpha viewers. You all are the real MVPs, keeping us company on a roller coaster of a podcast ride. And thanks
Ohana Sports Cards on Facebook
and Garage Door Commander. Join us live Tuesday nights at 8. Visit alphamenpodcast.com and the Alpha Man store. Until next time, keep your feet in the gas. It's a checkers or wreckers world.
Put up or shut up.